Hi guys, just doing this off the cuff quickly, or hopefully quickly, to show you my current server rack. I've been meaning to do this for a long time, but one of those things you never seem to get around to. You can probably tell this is in my kitchen. Did have this in the lounge, but it's just a bit too noisy, but it's not too bad, but you still don't want it in the lounge. But I'll go through what I've got, and just so you can see, I might be flicking around a bit, because like I said, I'm doing this off the cuff. Box on the left, it's a Dell Precision 490 with 6GB of RAM, Dell PERC 5i RAID card, three 250GB SATA drives. This is actually running 2008 server R2. This is my main DC and file server, does DNS and DHCP, you know, all the usual stuff. Box on the right, this is an identical box with the same PERC and hard drives. This has got 10GB of RAM, and this is actually running ESXi 3 5.0. So on here I have a secondary DC. It's all again 2008 R2 server, Exchange 2010 VM image, running 2008 R2, and I've even got a 2003 32-bit server around here, which is my EPO, McAfee EPO server. Also got a VM image on here, which is pfSense, the latest stable release candidate 2.0, which I know is not great running on a VM, but I'll show you something else which might offset that later on. Beneath that I have a Supermicro server. Really can't remember the model name of it right now, but it's more or less identical in CPU to the two servers above, or which I'll mention in a moment. But this has got two Xeon 3GHz CPUs, 8GB of RAM. It's got a SATA RAID card in there, and there's four 300GB SATA drives in there. This is mainly used for DFS replication from my main file server on the left. Also, it runs an off-site backup for me to iDrive in the middle of the night. It only switches on at night to pick up any changes over DFS and then replicate out. I'm looking to use this also as a VM image backup server as well. I'm still trying to figure that one out. Sorry, I forgot to mention that the server on the left here has got two dual Xeon 2.33 CPUs. It's the Intel 51000 series. The box on the right has got two dual Xeon 2.66 Xeon processors. Okay, so back down the server there. Here's my APC UPS. It's a SmartOps 3000. Bit of overkill, but you know, I didn't want to get a UPS, you know, that I was going to max out at some point. So that's sitting there nicely, looking after everything. The PSU, sorry, by the way, on the Supermicro is 500 watt. The two Dells, they've got 700 watt PSUs. I know it's not great, but what I normally tend to do is the box on the left, because I'm at work, you know, during the day, don't really need to be switched on, so that powers off sometime in the middle of the night, and it doesn't power on until about 5 PM until I get home. So, but I can still remote in via the box on the right, because that has some DFS capabilities built into it as well. Next, I've got my my gigabit switch. It's a D-Link DGS 121024. The one reason why I got this is, one, I wanted to go gigabit, but two, this unit has some green capabilities, whereas if the switch detects like a certain port is not plugged in, or if it's in a powered down state, it will reduce power to that particular port, so hopefully saving a bit of electricity. This is what I kind of really starting to look at now, is saving a bit more power, you know, hence turning the box off on the left. Here I've just got an empty shelf. I did have a Slimline P4 in here, which is going to be my backup pfSense box, but even though it's not noisy and I don't generate too much heat's still a bit of an issue. I've got a plan for that later on, which I can't show you now. I'll tell you about it later. But so at the moment, that's just an empty shelf. I don't think I'll be putting anything in there anytime soon, just to help a bit of more air moving around. On the top, I've got the usual rubbish we normally see on our cabinets and everything. On the left here, though, I've got my just box standard Belkin 4-port KVM. Self-explanatory. Now, this box here is something I've screwed around with. This is an IBM Proventia M10. It was like a a firewall. I think it's, about 2004, but essentially it's just like got think Alex, like it's got a small Pentium 3 motherboard in there with like a laptop-sized hard drive. I actually upgraded the CPU to a P3 133 megahertz. 1.26 gigahertz CPU, and I'm actually using that as my backup pfSense box now. It works fine. It's got three 10100 ports built into the back of it. I don't have it switched on all the time. I'm not using CARP. I just really have that in case my main VM goes down, or my pfSense VM goes down for whatever reason. So I've got this as a backup. I just change a couple of cables, switch it on, and it works. Also, the reason I have that as well is because if you do any software upgrades on my VM host, as we're all aware, sometimes you need to put the host into maintenance mode. So this allows me to do that and then connect to the internet and download regular 19-inch monitor, and then that's just some extra bits I've got on the desk there, or sorry, on the top, which is just an old 100 meg 16-port switch and a KVM which has got no home to go to. Well, that's basically it. This is my first ever video for YouTube. Like I said, this is all off the cuff, so I'm sure I might have missed a few bits out, but I might actually sit down one day and maybe do a bit of a better video and see what you guys think. Comments, positive or negative, more than welcome. I'll try and reply if you don't want me to ask me any questions. But I'm a chips type of guy, so this is all stuff I've just kind of acquired over eBay over a period of time, or done some trading or whatever. So hopefully you like it. Well, thank you very much for stopping by and watching, and take it easy. Bye bye.